What is up everyone? Welcome back to TPL Locs. On this channel I review dreadlocks, I talk about how to maintain and take care of your dreadlocks, and today we're reviewing Lauryn Hill. So I'm just gonna start by the picture that I could find of her that was the earliest. That's this picture. You can see that she has really short hair, like a small little afro going on, and she has the little comb coils. So this was probably the start of her dreadlock journey. So with this picture from 1996, you can see that she has micro braids installed. So she either uses this as a protective style to take care of her baby locks, or she just took out the comb coils and just got these micro braids. Who knows, but this is quite a cool style of hair which was quite popular in the 90s. So in 1997 she has these knots on her head. She probably started locking her hair here, and this looks like a retwist. Maybe she just twisted her hair and it makes it look like she has dreadlocks, or maybe she already had dreadlocks. But if she already had dreadlocks here, that makes me believe that a year prior to that, in 1996, she used those micro braids to kind of protect her hair instead of taking out the comb coils that we saw in the first picture. Because if we move on to 1998, you can see that 2 years later she has fully, like, this is a full set of locks. They haven't matured completely, because here and there you can still see the retwist sections of her hair. If you look here at closer to her scalp, you can see that this is typically a retwisted lock. Also on the ends you can see that she still has like the little curls on the ends. And this tells me that she's not completely free-forming, because if you do not retwist your hair usually doesn't end up looking as tight as this does. But yeah, you can see that she's had her locks at least for 2 years here, and yeah, this is really a cool stage of locks, I believe, because your hair is in between being baby locks and being fully matured, so anything can really happen. So here we see her in 1999 with her 5 Grammys that she won for Miss Education of Lauryn Hill, and you can see that her locks are really looking like they're free-formed. So she probably kind of along the way, after they started maturing a little bit, stopped taking care of her locks completely. Of course I can't be sure, because this is what my hair looks like too if I don't retwist it for a few weeks, but I keep washing my hair, so who knows. I only know that after this stage you can see that her locks become more and more free-formed types of locks. So I think that at a certain point she just kind of stopped taking care of her hair a lot, aside from washing it and doing all those things. And then in 1999 you can see her hair with an updo. There's not much to her hair here that makes me think that she was fully free-forming or not. We can't really see the parts, so she probably doesn't really take care of her hair anymore when it comes to retwisting it, or maybe crochet hooking it, but really we can't really be sure. Here you can just see an awesome updo, and I also want to point out those glasses that are coming back into fashion that everyone was rocking in the 90s, you know, those blue tinted sunglasses. So then we arrive to 2002, where she cut her locks. This is that mini afro again that she started out with in the first picture that we saw. The only difference is that she doesn't have comb coils here. I think this suits her so well, the really short hair. And it's a pity that she cut her locks. I believe that there is one other picture where you can see how long her locks were just before she cut it. In between here in this video you can see her talking, and she has quite long locks that come all the way down to her shoulders. So she probably, it took her a few good years before she cut her locks. And here I'm not really sure again because it's not really great lighting in this video, but I can see that there are no parts to see on her scalp, so she probably just maintained them very lightly, if she did anything at all. So then we go to 2006, where you can see that her hair really grew into a bigger kind of afro. This makes me think of Jackie Brown, the movie by Quentin Tarantino. This is that typical look with green eyeshadow. I'm not sure if that's called eyeshadow, if it's below your eyes. Green eyeliner and the lipstick and the big afro. It's kind of, it reminds me of the 70s look, and I think it looks pretty cool. So then we get to 2010, and here you can see that she probably straightened her hair because her hair looks like it's a much straighter texture than the picture you saw before this. So she had probably put some curlers in her hair and blow dried those out, so it looks kind of like an afro, but yeah, it kind of looks straightened here. Which leads me to the next picture in 2011, where you can see that her hair is almost completely straightened. It's quite long. I think this suits her very well as well, but I know that these kinds of hairstyles often damage your hair, so I think it's a pity that she went down this route, because most people end up having to cut off their hair when they do hairstyles like this. And then we come to 2012, where you can see that she did cut her hair. She's back to the fro again, which again still looks amazing on her. And I think I found a picture of her not too long ago where, here it is, you can see that she wears a lot of head wraps. I see more and more people rocking these head wraps, so I think they look really cool, and I'm wondering what she's up to with her hair now, if she'll ever go back to freeforming. Maybe she is already freeforming, she's protecting her hair under this head wrap. I have no idea, but I do think that she was kind of ahead of her time with freeforming her locks, because as we see now, more and more people get into freeforming their locks. But it's after a period of where a lot of people really love the manicured look. And even on my videos, I see many comments of you saying you should freeform your hair, you shouldn't put products in your hair, you shouldn't retwist your hair. There's a clear trend re-emerging of people not wanting to mess up their hair or manicure their hair too much. A lot of people want to go back to that initial Bob Marley Rastafarian culture, maybe even, where a lot of people just had their dreadlocks as some type of statement. So yeah, Lauryn Hill was definitely before her time, but of course we know that as a rapper, as a female rapper, one of the best of all times, she was also kind of ahead of her time. So with that being said, this video is coming to an end. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. The next video will be Lenny Kravitz, because I've heard from one of you guys that he started freeforming dreadlocks again after having cut his iconic locks. So next video will be Lenny Kravitz. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.